The tape was already on my arm, stretched tight across skin that had wrinkled under decades of work and worry. I stared at the silver tray beside me, gauze needle bag, and tried to silence the thud in my ears. The nurse smiled politely, her gloved hands steady as she reached for the syringe. Kendra stood in the corner, arms folded, like she owned the air in the room. She hadn't spoken since we walked in. She didn't need to. Her eyes said enough. Do it. Be useful. Make up for your rent. The curtain swayed slightly. A nurse walked past outside. And then, the door burst open. Grandma, do I tell them why Dad really needs your blood, Elias? Breathless, clutching something tight in his hand. His voice cracked halfway through the sentence, but it hit like a slap across the sterile room. The nurse froze. I did too. What did he say? The doctor asked, but no one answered. I sat up without thinking. The strap pinched. The needle was still capped, hovering just inches from my vein. My hands shook, but not from fear, from clarity. Kendra hissed Elias. What are you doing here? Get out. He held up the notebook. His fingers were trembling, but his jaw was tight. I heard you and Dad. I wrote everything down. You said the blood's for the study. That Grandma doesn't have to know. Silence. So sharp it hurt my ears. I turned to Kendra. What is he talking about? She didn't answer. She just stepped forward, tried to grab Elias by the shoulder, but he pulled back. Don't touch him, I said quietly. The doctor cleared his throat. Ms. Linnell, maybe we should pause the procedure. I nodded. My throat was dry. Yes. I think that's wise. I swung my legs off the bed, peeled off the tape, and stood up. The room was still frozen except for Elias. He came to my side and placed the little notebook in my palm. Outside the window, the wind bent the tops of the trees. Inside me, something straightened for the first time in years. I looked at my grandson and whispered, let's go home. 4 years ago, Mason called me and said the guest house would be perfect for me. Quiet, private, close enough for help, far enough for space. I said yes before he finished the offer. I thought it meant family, belonging, a warm place to grow old in peace. But the truth is, I've lived in that spare room like a ghost who folds laundry and keeps the coffee warm. At first, it felt like a gift. I helped with Elias, drove him to school, made dinner when Kendra worked late. I did it because I wanted to, not because anyone asked.